Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our school board meeting. Today's topic is, are we going to ban the book Charlotte's Web? We will listen to both sides of the argument, for the ban, against the ban, and after we will vote and make our decision. So please listen carefully. Thank you.
Hello, I'm the teacher, and today I'm going to share my speech with all of you. As a teacher, my top priority is to ban the book Charlotte's Web. In today's speech, I will explain to you about the summary of the book Charlotte's Web and why I strongly think that this book should be banned. First, if I talk about the summary, there is a little girl named Fern and a little pig that she is adopting named Wilbur. The Fern's dad tries to kill Wilbur for a reason that he is small, but Fern wants Wilbur and loves him. One day, Wilbur got sent to Mr. and Mrs. Zuckerman's house, and they had to live there for a while. However, Mr. and Mrs. Zuckerman also tried to kill Wilbur for a reason that they wanted to eat him, not for a reason that he was small. Isn't this tragic? Now, I'll talk about the plan that Charlotte the spider and Wilbur the pig made. In Charlotte's Web, Wilbur and Charlotte made a plan to write letters on the spider web to make Mr. and Mrs. Zuckerman very shocked. With this plan, they could finally success and Wilbur could live long like his dream. Thank you for listening to my speech. Hello, I'm the parent, and it's an honor to share my speech with all of you today. As a parent, my top priority is to ban the book Charlotte's Web, as the teacher mentioned earlier. In today's speech, I will talk about the bad influences and the bad messages that Charlotte's Web gives us. First, I will talk about the bad messages that Charlotte's Web gives us. Charlotte's Web talks about grave death and has talking animals, so talking animals doesn't reflect reality at all, and talking about grave death might really lead to death that I will explain more clearly in the bad influences. Now I will talk about the bad influences that Charlotte's Web gives us. The bad influences are that kids or maybe even adults might really kill their friends for real, or the person that is a stranger that they don't know for a reason they read that book. Thank you for listening to my speech.
As a school librarian, my role is to keep the book. I believe that any student should have the freedom to read any book. I think Charlotte's Web shouldn't be banned because it tells and teaches friendship and courage. The main character is Fern, and Fern has a pig which was really small, so Fern's dad tried to kill Wilbur, but Fern blocked him. Later, Wilbur the pig gets to go to the farm. At the farm, there were gooses, chickens, and lots of other animals. In his space, he meets a spider named Charlotte. Charlotte gives him a lot of help. For example, Charlotte made words out of her web. At last, Charlotte dies but leaves Wilbur her new babies. The book can help kids make friends and know how important a friend is. That's why I think Charlotte's Web shouldn't be banned. Thank you.
Charlotte's Web is one of my favorite books too. Also, I think Charlotte's Web shouldn't be banned because Charlotte's Web teaches me about courage and friendship through Charlotte and Wilbur. Also, when I read, I never had thought that Charlotte's Web was inappropriate for students. Well, even though there is a part Fern's dad trying to kill Wilbur only because he is small, the students will probably have known that they shouldn't kill small animals. There's the part where Fern says to don't kill Wilbur and feeds him very carefully. Also, as I read, I never thought that I should kill small animals and do bias. Because of these reasons, I think Charlotte Swift shouldn't be banned. Thank you for listening.
And that concludes both sides of the argument, and now we will leave it up to the vote. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are for the ban, please raise your hand. Thank you. And those of you who are against the ban, please raise your hand. Another unanimous decision. So, from this day forward, we will allow access to the book Charlotte's Web. Thank you very much. Court.